Armin was 32, a gentle soul who lived in a small town and worked as a mechanic. Life wasn't luxurious, but it was peaceful. He had a loving wife, Zoya, and a 6-year-old daughter, Noor, the sunshine of his world. Every morning, Noor would run into his arms shouting, "Papa, you smell like grease and love," and he'd laugh, kissing her forehead before heading to work. Armin's little garage wasn't just his workplace, it was his pride. He had built it from scratch, with savings, sweat, and sleepless nights. Everyone in town trusted his hands. They said, "If Armin touches your car, it's as good as new." But one evening changed everything. It was a stormy night when a stranger brought his car to Armin's shop, begging for help. "Please, brother, my brakes failed. I need it fixed tonight, it's urgent." Armin looked at the clock. It was already 11 p.m. Zoya had called earlier, asking him to come home. Noor had a fever. But Armin couldn't turn the man away. "Just 30 minutes, he told himself. "I'll fix this, go home, and everything will be fine." But nothing was fine. In his exhaustion, Armin made a tiny error while tightening a bolt. It didn't seem like much, just a minor overlook. He closed the hood, the stranger thanked him, paid, and drove away. The next morning, the news shattered his world. The man's car had crashed on the highway. The brakes failed. He died instantly. Armin froze when the police arrived. His hands trembled as they asked questions. He confessed the truth, that he had worked on the car. They took his statement and told him he might be charged for negligence. His heart sank. One mistake. One moment of fatigue. And now, a man was dead. Days turned into weeks. The town began to whisper. Some people stopped coming to his garage. Friends avoided him. But the real pain came from within, the guilt that haunted him every night. He'd sit on the floor, staring at his greasy hands, whispering, "Why didn't I just go home?" Zoya tried to comfort him, but he started shutting her out. "You don't understand," he'd say. "Someone died because of me." He stopped laughing with Noor. He stopped eating. He worked day and night, obsessing over every car, double-checking every screw, desperate to prove he wasn't careless. But in trying to fix that one mistake, he began losing everything that mattered. Months passed. Zoya grew distant. Noor stopped running to hug him. The garage was empty, but his mind was full of guilt, fear, and loneliness. One night, Zoya quietly packed her bags. She couldn't take it anymore. Armin's silence, his anger, his self-punishment, it was breaking their home. Before leaving, she left a note on the workbench. "Armin, you made one mistake. But you're losing everything trying to fix it. Noor needs a father who forgives himself. I need a husband who remembers how to live." When Armin read the note, his world collapsed. He ran out into the rain, searching for them, but they were gone. He sat in the empty garage, clutching the note, crying for the first time in years. Days turned into weeks again. The police eventually cleared him. They found the crash wasn't entirely his fault. The car's brake line had an internal defect that no mechanic could have seen. But the truth came too late. The damage was done. Armin stopped working. He sat in silence for hours, replaying memories, Noor's laughter, Zoya's smile, the sound of his tools, the warmth of family dinners. It all felt like another life. One evening, an old man came by, a customer who used to visit often. He looked at Armin and said softly, "Son, mistakes are part of being human. But punishing yourself forever is another mistake. You can't fix the past. But you can build the future, if you don't destroy it trying to repair what's gone." Those words struck something deep inside Armin. For the first time, he lifted his eyes. The old man left, but the message stayed. The next morning, he cleaned the garage. Not for work, but for healing. He repaired an old bicycle, painted it, and placed it outside his shop. It was Noor's favorite bike. He whispered to himself, "Maybe she'll come back to ride it someday." Weeks later, Zoya did return, not to stay, but to talk. She saw him repairing the garage with a quiet peace in his eyes. "You look different," she said. He smiled gently. Maybe I stopped trying to fix the past and started fixing myself. Tears filled her eyes. Noor ran toward the bike and shouted, "Papa, you fixed it." Armin knelt, hugged her tightly, and whispered, "Not everything needs fixing, my love. Some things just need forgiving." Zoya smiled, and for the first time in a long while, so did he, because sometimes, the hardest repair isn't a broken machine, it's a broken heart.